Hey everyone, many blessings. So I'm back. This is the third video for the week. Round of applause for me. But let's go ahead and get into it. The topic that I wanted to go into today is it's not for you to give up, but to only go harder. And as I woke up today, I feel like I have been spiritually led to this topic um, through the Holy Spirit because I have that feeling like for a lot of the chosen, a lot of the awakened, a lot of the true believers in Yah, we are going through tests. And I did this in a few videos around back, I think right around New Year's. I tried to send out a warning saying that we would be tested. And for a lot of true followers of Christ, or the Most High, we are being tested. And it's not for us to give up, it's for us to go harder. And I am here today to just be a person to uplift us in these times. I feel like we really need it. And this is just affirmation that don't give up, chosen. Don't give up. Just go harder. Blessings will come. They are coming. And this is just for a time. There's always beauty in tomorrow. So let's get into it. In life, it seems like we are always put through a whirlwind of ups and downs. One minute we're feeling like we're extremely blessed and yes, God's blessing us. And then, there's times where we're at our lows and we're like, y'all, where you at, y'all? I need you, y'all. Like I know you can do it, y'all. Like why aren't you right here? You said you'd be there with me. You said, all we needed was faith. But what is faith without tests? And there's a saying that goes, whatever's manifested in the physical is manifested in the spiritual first. And just like when we go through school or when we go through a course, we're always being tested in order to move to that next level. How would y'all even know you're ready for the next level if you're not tested first? Yah is one of logic. Yah is one of reason and common sense. He doesn't want to bless you until he knows you're ready for the blessing. Because what do a lot of people that aren't ready for a blessing do? They waste it away. They take it for granted. Their egos start to take over them in a way that is not sensical. So Yah is always testing us to make sure we can handle the blessing when it comes. A lot of times, especially for the true believers in Yah, We see people who are blessed or are not blessed, but I don't know what you want to call it, who are filthy rich, who are, famous, living life, in a nonsensical way, blowing money, living promiscuous and mischievous. And, you know, um, I know for myself, personally, I think, oh, those people done sold their soul. They done sold out. Even these so-called awakened ones, these ones who are just, it seems like they just have it all. They have it made on Instagram. They get no less than 15K views per video. They're making all of this money on YouTube. I was always the one to think they done sold out. They are part of some occult, it's Illuminati, they satanists, they Freemasons. Something got to be going on for them to have it like that, because there's no way Yah is going to bless you so easily, so fast, in that way. But I want to get us out of thinking that way, because when you think that way, whether they have or they haven't, it could be true and it could not be true. But what that does is that gives you a spirit of disbelief in yourself. That gives you a false narrative that because those people had to do that, you will never be blessed like that, because of the person you believe in and the person you serve. But that's a false narrative. That's a false belief. And what I want to do for the chosen is, what I want the chosen to do is nip that in the bud, because that's a false belief. That's a false narrative. What I want for the chosen, the awakened, the true believers in Yah to do is think about this. When in your life have you ever received a blessing from the Most High without first putting in the work? There's levels to this. There's levels. Don't give up, chosen. Do not give up. Just go harder. Your blessings are right around the corner. They're right there. You got to put in that work. And if you're experiencing extreme turmoil, if you're experiencing a time or season where it seems like you're not being blessed the way you feel like you should be blessed, count it all joy, because you know that you're being tested. I can look back on my life and definitely speak on my behalf that Yah has brought me and my family through some extreme things. And at the end of the day, I can say that I have been blessed. I've seen my family grow from when I was a small child, seeing how I was raised and seeing the development in my life and how Yah has guided us through those times. I can extremely say that Yah has blessed us. We've gone through some really hard times in our life where it seemed like, how are we going to get out of this? How are we going to make it through this? And Yah has not only allowed us to make it through that, but even grow us and expand us even that much more. Like, I could look back on the way I was living from when I was 3 years old to, like, even just my house, my family's house alone, from when I was 3 years old to now. It's a stark difference. And I'm just talking on a spiritual level, looking at it on a micro, meso, and macro level through my neighborhood alone. My neighborhood went from a drug dealing neighborhood to the most hippiest neighborhood ever. It's such a mixed community. Now we have a lot of families that are white in the neighborhood. A lot of the homes that had drug dealers are now filled with white families, hippies. When you look at my house, just materialistically, what we had from the age I was 3 to what we have now is a stark difference. We've done so many upgrades, so many renovations, so many things. From the cars that my parents were driving then to the cars that my mom has now, it's night and day. And it took time. But now I look back at how much we've grown spiritually, materialistically, the amount of abundance and wealth, security, safety has grown in that time because I had parents who prayed. Now, I didn't have the perfect parents. Who has perfect parents? But they did the best they could with what they had and what they knew. And because of that, we were still blessed. And it takes time. Blessings don't come over overnight. Like, from me being 3 to who I am now, and seeing all that growth, it took time. It wasn't overnight. It's like timelines. You start at 3, then 5 years from that, 5 years from that, 5 years from that, 5 years of that. And then when you look back, you see, wow, Yah has really blessed me. But for a lot of people, we want blessings right away. We want to see change yesterday. We want to see blessings yesterday. And if it's not happening at a time and place where we want it, we quickly give up. We quickly start to feel down, depressed, unworthy. But blessings, true blessings, lasting blessings, take time. A lot of these people who sell out, who sell themselves short, yes, they have the here and now, They have what they deem as blessings, the here and now. But it's never lasting. You know why? Because it's undeserving. They hadn't been tested and they hadn't passed the test to deserve what they got. So it fades away quickly. Yah wants to bless us in a way that it is lasting. It is self-sustaining. It will never fade away. So I want to read off a scripture, or a chapter, Mark chapter 9. I know yesterday I think I did a chapter on 1 Kings, chapter 12, and I told us to meditate on that. Really, either one of those chapters will be great, but I wanted to read this off, Mark chapter 9, because I feel like we need faith and clarity. We need the ability to endure the test. You either want to be blessed, you either want to live a life that is conducive to fading away quickly, or you either want to be blessed in a way that is conducive to lasting through eternity. You can be blessed extremely in this world. You could have billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars in this world. And then when you die, you go to hell. There's no more blessings. You burn in a eternal fire. Or you can be blessed in a stagnatic way, in a very consistent, balanced way to where it lasts you for eternity, in eternity. Your choice. But what Yah has called us to do, and this has been there's been many examples in the Bible of this, where Yah is asking us to have faith. We need to have faith in order to be blessed. We need to have faith in order to live life abundantly in eternity. We just have to. And so what I want to be read off today is Mark chapter 9. Here we go.
Mark 9. And he said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, which shall not taste of death, till they have seen the kingdom of God come with power. And after 6 days Jesus taketh with him Peter, and James, and John, and leadeth them up into an high mountain apart by themselves. And he was transfigured before them, and his raiment became shining, exceeding white as snow, so as no fuller on earth can white them. And there appeared unto them Elias with Moses, and they were talking with Jesus. And Peter answered and said to Jesus, Master, it is good for us to be here, and let us make 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias. For he wist not what to say, for they were sore afraid. And there was a cloud that overshadowed them, and a voice came out of the cloud, saying, This is my beloved Son, hear him. And suddenly, when they had looked around about, they saw no man any more, save Jesus only with themselves. And as they came down from the mountain, he charged them that they should tell no man what things they had seen, till the Son of Man were risen from the dead. And they kept that saying with themselves, questioning one with another what the rising from the dead should mean. And they asked him, saying, Why say the scribes that Elias must first come? And he answered and told them, Elias verily cometh first, and restoreth all things. And how it is written of the Son of Man that he must suffer many things and be set at naught. But I say unto you, that Elias is indeed come, and they have done unto him whatsoever they listed, as it is written of him. And when he came to his disciples, he saw a great multitude about them, and the scribes questioning with them. And straightway all the people, when they beheld him, were greatly amazed, and running to him saluted him. And he asked the scribes, What question are ye with them? And one of the multitude answered and said, Master, I have brought unto thee my son, which hath a dumb spirit. And wheresoever he taketh him, he teareth him, and he foameth, and gnasheth with his teeth, and pineth away. And I spake to thy disciples that they should cast him out, and they could not. He answereth him and saith, O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him unto me. And they brought him unto him. And when he saw him, straightway the spirit tear him, and he fell on the ground, and wallowed foaming. And he asked his father, How long is it ago since this came unto him? And he said, Of a child. And oft times it hath cast him into the fire, and into the waters, to destroy him. But if thou canst do anything, have compassion on us, and help us. Jesus said unto him, If thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. And straightway the father of the child cried out, and said with tears, Lord, I believe. Help thou mine unbelief. When Jesus saw that the people came running together, he rebuked the foul spirit, saying unto him, Thou dumb and deaf spirit, I charge thee, come out of him, and enter no more into him. And the spirit cried, and rent him sore, and came out of him. And he was as one dead, insomuch that many said, He is dead. But Jesus took him by the hand, and lifted him up, and he arose. And when he was come into the house, his disciples asked him privately, Why could not we cast him out? And he said unto them, This kind can come forth by nothing, but by prayer and fasting. And they departed thence, and passed through Galilee. And he would not that any man should know it. For he taught his disciples, and said unto them, The Son of Man is delivered into the hands of men, and they shall kill him, and after that he is killed, he shall rise the third day. But they understood not that saying, and were afraid to ask him. And he came to Capernaum, and being in the house, he asked them, What was it that ye disputed among yourselves by the way? But they held their peace, for by the way they had disputed among themselves, who should be the greatest. And he sat down, and called the 12, and saith unto them, If any man desire to be first, the same shall be last of all, and servant of all. And he took a child, and set him in the midst of them. And when he had taken him in his arms, he said unto them, Whosoever shall receive one of such children in my name receiveth me, and whosoever shall receive me receiveth not me, but him that sent me. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followeth not us. And we forbade him, because he followeth not us. But Jesus said, Forbid him not. For there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me. For he that is not against us is on our part. For whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink in my name, because ye belong to Christ, verily I say unto you, he shall not lose his reward. And whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he were cast into the sea. And if thy hand offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter into life maimed, than having 2 hands to go into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. And if thy foot offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter halt into life, than having 2 feet be cast into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out. It is better for thee to enter into the kingdom of God with 1 eye, than having 2 eyes to be cast into hell fire, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. For every one shall be salted with fire, and every sacrifice shall be salted with salt. Salt is good, but if the salt have lost his saltness, wherewith will ye season it? Have salt in yourselves, and have peace one with another.
Wow. That was very
Mark
powerful.
8.
Very, very powerful word from the Lord. And this is actually the chapter I want us to meditate on this week at 11:11 a.m. or p.m. And there's many examples of this in the Bible, you guys. Many, many examples where the Most High has called for us to live a life through faith. And in this is how he will bless us. He intends to bless us through a faith-based system. Even in Matthew's, where Yah is walking on water and his disciples are on the boat, and Peter decides or acts, he wants to walk on water like Yah. And Yah tells him, just come on out. And lo and behold, Peter gets out on the water and he's walking on water because his eyes, his focus, and his faith is on Yah. But the moment he starts to look down, the moment he starts to lose his sights and his faith in Yah, he starts to sink. So that's why I titled this topic, "It's not time for us to give up. It's only for us to go harder." We need to go harder. And the moment you do that, you'll realize that once you get on the other side, your blessings will be that much more. And I could speak on many, many, many examples in my life where this has played out. Many. So Yah is calling us to live a life filled with the abundance of faith. And if we can do this, we will be blessed in abundance. Never in my life have I seen a situation where Yah has turned his true believers away. It may not be to where you blink your eyes and in a second you're filthy rich. You have so much money you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to spend it, where to put it. You don't know what to do with yourself. It may not be that. Most likely it won't be that. If you're living a life, if you're living a faith-based life of the Most High. But you will be blessed in a way that is conducive to balance, to stability, to building your faith, to building your spirituality, to making you stronger spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Everything is to make you stronger when Yah is involved, when the Most High is involved. Everything you go through is only to make you stronger. He's making you stronger for a reason. There's a purpose behind that. And he knows he has it. He's pulling it out of you, just like just like any coach or teacher. They're pulling it out of you. They're trying to get it out of you because they see it in you and they know it's there, and they want to try to pull that talent, pull that purpose out of you. While the enemy blesses you right away because he doesn't want to see your true purpose, your true potential, your true power. He wants to try to dumb you down as much as possible. I think I have one more. In this life, we are constantly being purified. Think of this as a filtration system. We are constantly being weeded out between the wheat and the tare, the clean and unclean. This is a purification stage. This is not an easy time. This is not an easy world and environment to live in. I'm gonna just be honest with you. It's not. But I'm actually very thankful that I'm here in this time, in this season, because with as hard as things are, I know that Yah has something greater for me planned. I thank the Most High that I know who I am now. I thank the Most High that He's shown me that He loves me and He cares. And because of that, I know that I'm blessed. I'm good. I'm living a life now that is, I'm pretty content. I'm pretty content. Yes, I would like more people to watch my videos. I would like for my message to be spread to a broader audience, because I feel like I have so much to give. And I feel like I could help a lot of people if they were able and open to receive it. But at this point in my life, I'm content with constantly growing and learning. Before I can say, before my awakening, and even a little after my awakening, I still feel like I was living life on a materialistic front, a physical front. I felt like if I didn't have what this person had, or if I wasn't living a life like this person, I wasn't blessed. Y'all didn't love me. But now that I'm fully awakened and fully immersed in who I am, I'm living life through a bird's eye perspective. Everything is coming full circle for me. And that's what I pray and hope for you guys as well. I pray that we continue to purify ourselves, cleanse ourselves, continue to fast and pray. Don't lose sight of what Yah has in store for you, the purpose He has for you in your life. Purification is not easy because we are born into a world that is very, very unclean. The day you are born is the day this world is working on dirtying you up, making you dirty, making you impure, unclean. unfit to be in Yah's, the Most High's kingdom. Then as you start to grow and you start to see things for what they truly are, if you can even escape from that matrix system, then it's the purifying what you've collected energetically and physically, mentally, emotionally. So that's what I'm leaving y'all with today. I pray that this was a powerful message. I pray that this hits home for somebody. I pray that this touches somebody's heart, somebody's spirit. Somebody needed to hear this message today. So I'm sending y'all much love, peace, and blessings on this beautiful Friday. Namaste.